was trying to figure out when our last one was. I think it was over a year. You didn't have that ring the last time we talked.
The wedding ring?
Yeah.
Or the wrestling ring, which I got some toys in here.
You certainly didn't have the NWA heavyweight championship.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, I don't have it anymore. This is just a replica. I am the real world's champion, though, the uncrowned champion.
So much has happened since the last time we talked. And
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen you a few times since. We just, haven't had an interview, but like GCW really changed the whole course of your career.
Yeah. That match with Nick Gage, I've said it a million times, definitely changed my career, definitely changed my life. I knew it would create buzz, but there's no way I could have predicted how much buzz it would create. I mean, that night we trended #1 over the Olympics and a UFC pay-per-view, just some quote unquote independent show. But everyone wanted to see Zack Ryder get carved up by Nick Gage. And I did, but I ended up winning and became the Deathmatch king.
What did the conversation with Nick look like before that match? Because like that guy is seemingly not afraid of anything. Were you, trepidatious at all about anything in that match?
I was scared to death. And honestly, before I walked through that curtain, I'm like, they might try to kill me in this ring. And that would be the trending moment, right? Like Nick Gage kills Matt Cardona in GCW ring. I was scared to death. I watched The Dark Side of the Ring, or at least I tried to, the Nick Gage episode, and I couldn't get through it. It was so gory and disgusting. And I'm like, holy shit, I have to wrestle this guy.
Was there any point where you're like, all right, that sounds like a nice idea, Nick, but there's no way we're doing this, or this?
No, I knew that. Listen, I knew this was going to be a big night. I wore all white. I knew I was going to bleed, right? Yeah, of course, death match, light tubes, glass, you're going to bleed. But my white shirt turned like maroon red. And there's one point in the match, I superplex Nick through this pane of glass, and there's like, it's blood coming out of my arm, but it's like ooze. It's so thick and disgusting. And the referee was concerned. And once the referee was concerned, then I was like concerned.
If a death match referee is concerned,
right, exactly. Yes. So then, like, I started getting lightheaded. We finished the match. I won. Long story short, I'm the deathmatch king, but holy shit. And there's no medical team backstage at the Showboat Casino in Atlantic City, right? There was this nurse. I think, she was a nurse. She stitched me up, did a horrible job. I mean, she did her best, right? With what she had. And she told me, these stitches are dissolvable. Don't take them out. Of course they were not. I got infected.
Oh my gosh.
It was brutal. It was the aftermath is what hurt the most, because I flew right away cross country to Disneyland. I had a big Disneyland trip planned. So John Carlo, if you know who John Carlo is, he worked for GCW, works for AEW now. We didn't have any bandages. So I just went to his hotel room and he taped towels around my body.
Oh my God.
And that's how I flew cross country. And I did all the rides at Universal and Disneyland because I'm a pro.
You're insane.
Right.
What did Chelsea think of all this?
Well, she was the one who found me in that hotel room the next day, and she had to go get all the bandages, and she bandaged me up and cleaned me up. But a lot of people thought I was crazy going into it. I got so many texts and DMs like, don't do this. This guy's crazy. I'm like, if I'm convincing people in the business, oh, this is going to be great.
Was there any point right before the match where you're like, maybe we don't need to do this?
No, I knew if we were going to do it, we were going to do it. We weren't, if we're having this death match, Matt Cardona versus Nick Gage, I was going to go all the way. So pizza cutters, glass, light tubes, we did it. I mean, I'm very proud of that match. I've retired as the deathmatch king. No more death matches for me. There's no reason to do another one, right? I mean, I don't think we will capture that magic. I don't think we could recreate it. So I'm fine with just having one. It's funny because I saw DDP last week at WrestleCade. He's like, yeah, you're doing all this hardcore stuff now. I'm like, no, I did one match, and I'm just playing off this deathmatch king moniker, and it's making the GCW universe so mad, and it's awesome. I love it.